Hello, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Salyer from Roosevelt Elementary. I know that you just watched a great video by Mr. Foster, who teaches fifth grade math at Johnson, about comparing decimals. I wanted to add on to what he said to you with some examples from me. We're talking about comparing decimals, and we use these inequality symbols to do that. Less than, greater than, equal to, and not equal to. Some of you probably have the same problem I do. Ever since I was a little girl, I always was confused about which one was less than and which one was greater than, until I came to think about these as an alligator mouth. And if you draw the teeth in and remember that the alligator is always eating the bigger number, that can help you determine which direction the less than and the greater than symbols go in. One way you can compare decimals is to think about putting them on a number line, and you'll see I have the whole number 1. The easy thing about working with decimals is the denominator in them is always a multiple of 10, either tenths, hundredths, or thousandths. I've divided this into tenths, and I have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. If I continued on, I would have 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and then I would have the number 2. So there are 10 little tick marks between the tenths, and these would be hundredths. So if I were looking at 16 hundredths and 25 hundredths, this is where 16 hundredths would be on my number line, and this is where 25 hundredths would be on my number line, and I can see that 25 hundredths is more. Now I want to show you, or actually teach you, the method I want you to use to compare decimals. I want you to start at the left, and I want you to write the numbers vertically. What you're going to do is to compare the numbers one at a time, like this. Okay, those are both zeros. That doesn't tell me anything. One of these is a 3 and one of these is a 0. Which is more? The 3. That means that this number right here has a greater value. So it is the larger number. The alligator's eating the larger number. So 307 thousandths is more than 37 thousandths. I next want you to look at this number. A lot of kids would look at this number and they are going to say, oh, this is the bigger number because it has more digits, but you can't do that. If you're comparing, you need to make sure they're the same. Okay, this one goes to thousandths, this one only goes to hundredths. So let's go ahead and put the value in for the thousandths, which is a 0. Now, same thing, I'm going to write them vertically, and I'm going to compare the values. Both of those are 5. That doesn't tell me anything. Both of those are 5. That doesn't tell me anything. Now I see a 7 and an 8. 8 has a greater value than 7, so that means that this is the larger number. Let's look at the next example. Okay, once again I see that this one is thousandths and this one is hundredths. So to make them the same, I'm going to put that value in. And when I do, I see that those are equal. Now you're also going to be doing some ordering decimals, which means putting them in order perhaps from least to greatest. I want to show you how you need to think about these numbers in order to do that. Once again, you're going to write them vertically so that you can compare. Okay, all of them have a 2 for their whole number in the ones place. That doesn't tell me anything. All of them have an 8 in the tens place. That doesn't tell me anything, same value. But when I get here, I see a 5, a 4, and a 6. I know that 4 has the least value, then 5, and then 6. So if I'm going from least to greatest, 2 and 844 thousandths is the least. 2 and 853 thousandths is next. And the greatest number is 2 and 862 thousandths. What I'm going to do underneath this video is I'm going to give you a PDF which you can download and print that shows you the method for comparing decimals, and it should help you to do this. Start at the left. Compare the numbers one at a time. Stop when you get to a number that is larger. That is just exactly what we did. Hint, as I told you, you can add zeros to the ends of decimals to help you compare. So if I were comparing 37 hundredths and 370 thousandths, I would put my zero in right here, and then I could tell by looking at them that they were equal. So that's just another add-on to what Mr. Foster has already told you about some strategies for comparing decimals.